Now, elections 1945-1946. Before moving towards election 1945-46, you must remember that the result of 1937 elections was that the Congress formed the ministries in subcontinent. Okay, so what was the general election of 1945-46? After the failure of the Shimla Conference, Indian Viceroy Lord Wavell announced elections in India. Elections to the Central Legislature were held in December 1946. Both the parties, Congress and Muslim League, took full part in the elections. And the result of the election was a success for the Muslim League. Muslim League won seats in the Central Legislature. Okay, the election of the Central Assembly. There were 100 seats specified for the Muslims, and all of the Central Assembly, 30 seats were specified for the Muslim out of 100, and the Muslim League won all the 30 seats. The provincial assemblies, 11 elections for 11 provincial assemblies when they were held. So 492 seats were reserved for Muslims, in which Muslim League won 439. 492 seats were reserved for Muslims and they won 439. And this in Central Assembly, out of 30 seats were specified for the Muslims and they won all the seats. So, the Muslim League, they won 92% of the seats and got success in majority provinces. What is the importance of this election? What was the importance of this election? That the Congress nominated candidates for the Muslim seats badly defeated. So the conclusion was that it is the very historic moment for the Muslims, and especially for the All India Muslim League, which was a defeated party in election in 1937, as I told you, and now the most successful party. And this election proved this thing, that the only solution of the problems of India is to accept the demand of Pakistan, because Muslim League is the sole representative party of the Muslims and they must have their separate state. Now, the session of legislature 1946. All India Legislature Convention was held in Delhi in April 1946. More than 500 members from all India participated in the convention. There were 500 members in the convention. So there was a demand for Pakistan in this convention. Quaid-e-Azam stressed upon the demand for Pakistan. In detail, he pointed out dangers to be faced by Muslims in case of the Congress rule, because they already experienced it in when the Congress formed their ministries in 1937. However, he repeated this thing, that there is no power which can stop the Muslims from their destination now. Hussain Shahid Suhrawardi presented a resolution. He submitted a resolution. He was from Bengal, in which an independent and autonomous state, Pakistan, was demanded, consisted of Punjab, NWFP or Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is called Khyber Pakhtunkhwa now, Balochistan and Sindh in the northwest, Assam and Bengal in the northeast. He told that neither United India nor one constituted assembly is acceptable to the Muslims. Now, the separate constitution for both countries. Legislature assemblies should be formed for Muslims of Pakistan and Hindus of Hindustan to prepare constitution for both countries. If this demand is accepted, then Muslim League is ready to join the interim government. Otherwise, they will propose line of action by themselves. Only on this condition, that the two constituent assemblies will form their own constitution. So then the Muslim League will decide upon, or they can join the interim government. Now, the conclusion of this legislature session, that the Muslim League demanded a state in the Muslim majority areas in the north, west and northeast. And later on, due to their hard work in the guidance of Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, they accomplished their dreams. Now we will discuss Cabinet Mission 1946. What was this Cabinet Mission plan? After the failure of Cripps Mission, Gandhi Jinnah talks, Shimla Conference, the British government headed by Prime Minister Lord Attlee on February 1946 sent a mission of 3 members of British government headed British cabinet to search for the possible solutions of the Indian problems. These 3 members arrived to India on 24th of March 1946. The cabinet mission held discussions with different leaders and representatives of the political parties. Now, what was the political party? Like Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad and Gandhi from Congress, and Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah from the Muslim League. Quaid-e-Azam, representing the Muslim League, he insisted on the establishment of Pakistan, and Congress insisted on united India. So then, what was the stance of the cabinet mission? In fact, cabinet mission was opposed to the idea of Pakistan on the basis that it is impossible in practice. And several sessions of discussions were held between the Muslim League, the Congress and the member of British cabinet, but the parties could not agree at any formula. So at the end, cabinet mission submitted the proposal on 16th May 1946. Now, this proposal was divided into 2 groups. We will discuss it now. One was a short-term proposal and the second was a long-term proposal. What were the aims and objectives? According to the short-term proposal, the party which will accept this proposal will be invited to be included in interim government. And in the long-term proposal, it was mentioned that all the provinces of India will be divided into 3 groups. Now, what were these 3 groups? The first group, which was the Hindu majority group, Group A, UP, Madras, Bombay, Odisha and Bihar. The second group, which was Muslim majority group, Punjab, KP, Sindh and Balochistan. And Group C, it was also Muslim majority areas, the Assam and Bengal. Now, the power of the central government. There will be a central executive consisting of all the groups having defense, communication and finance department. Now, a right to opt out of group. Okay, a right was given to them that any province after 10 years will have the right of separation. Now, what was the reaction of the Congress and Muslim League after this proposal? Congress rejected cabinet mission proposals. And why? Because Congress rejected a short-term plan for the formation of interim government. They wanted to have the full control on subcontinent government. What was the reaction of the Muslim League? Muslim League accepted the cabinet mission proposal, but then the Viceroy shelved the plan and did not invite Muslim League to form an interim government. So later on, due to some reasons, Muslim League also rejected this cabinet mission. Now, Congress accepted the plan after Muslim League rejection. And on 12 August 1946, the Viceroy invited Jawaharlal Nehru to form an interim government. So, the result was that on August 16, 1946, Muslim League observed Direct Action Day. It was observed by Muslims to demonstrate Muslim strength to the British and Congress and to show them that the Muslim did not want to be ignored or trampled upon. So, now we will discuss the formation of the interim government after this cabinet mission. So, what happened that the Viceroy Lord Wavell started talks with both the parties, Muslim League and Congress, for the establishment of interim government. So after consulting the cabinet mission, Viceroy announced on 16 June 1946 that the interim government Congress will have 6, Muslim Leagues will have 5, and minorities will be having 3 representatives. Muslim League accepted the cabinet mission, and now it was the interim government should have to be formed by the representative of the Muslim League without Congress. And Muslim League agreed on this mission on June 1946 and the conditions, and they decided to join. So the British government was supposed to invite Muslim League to form the interim government, but the Viceroy didn't want to do it without the cooperation of the Congress. So the Viceroy gave Congress invitations for establishment of interim government. Okay, so there were members from the Muslim League, from Congress, and minorities. So the list of the members of the Muslim League: Nawabzada Liaquat Ali Khan, Raja Ghazanfar Ali, Ibrahim Ismail Chandigarh, Sardar Abdurrab Nishtar, and Joginder Nath. The members from the Congress: Jawaharlal Nehru, Walgama Bhai Patel, Rajendra Prasad, Jagivan Ram, Asif Ali, Raj Gopal Acharya, and there were 3 members from the minorities: Sardar Baldev Singh, C.H. Bha, John Mithal. What was the conclusion? Joint meeting of the ministries of the interim government could not be held. Thus, the interim government became a cause of further distance instead of alliance between Hindus and the Muslims, or we can say the Congress and the Muslim League. So the British admitted this thing, that the only solution for the problems of India is its partition. So the interim government, after the formation of the interim government, Muslim League announced its representatives, and Congress gave Liaquat Ali Khan, the name of the Liaquat Ali Khan, as the finance ministry. But soon, Congress realized one thing, that it was their mistake by giving the finance department to the Muslim League, because credit of the last budget of United India goes to Liaquat Ali Khan. He presented such kind of a budget in which pressing steps were taken to end poverty. Taxes were levied on industrials to meet the government expenditures. An inquiry commission was also proposed to check the tax evasion. So the budget was very friendly for the poor, and it was very appreciated by them. But the Hindu industrials shown grievances to the Congress against imposition of tax, because people provided money to the Congress, but the Congress could not oppose the budget too, because in this way the secret of their traditional claims opened. So I can say that the result of the interim government and the Ministry of the Finance, which was with Liaquat Ali Khan, and he was nominated by the and the Congress, which he was nominated by the Congress. So this was a total failure for the Congress.